Well, so much for a cute goodbye.
I don't appreciate it. You're like, get the fuck out of here.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Taste of Reality. My name is Queenie. For those who don't know me, reviewing Married at First Sight Australia Season 9, Episode 35. As always, before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. And if y'all were as confused as I was with Mitch, then we're in this together. I'm gonna start with Selena and Cody. So Selena asks her mom for her unfiltered thoughts on Cody. And I don't know why she thought maybe the mom would have had a good impression of who Cody was, but anybody with eyes can see that maybe this isn't the right person for you.
I can tell that he is not really into you. Yeah, I think you love him more than he loves you. I can see that, I can feel that.
To me, it kind of sounded like Selena was trying to convince herself that since he's made so much progress, he's now the right person for her. And the fact of the matter is, just because somebody is a lot better than they used to be does not make them good enough for you, right? So, great. Kudos to him. He's done a lot of work. He's come a long way. You appreciate the effort that he's put into the process, put into y'all's relationship, but you were at a deficit and now you're at the baseline. You know what I mean? If you had met him at the baseline and now he's at the peak, then we would have a conversation. But girl, he was below 0 and he's only now at 0. So in the final vows, Cody says he's leaving a different man than he was as he arrived, which is very true. And even though they've had their ups and downs, he sees a future with Selena.
I've entertained so many exciting possibilities in the future. Everything from traveling the world, furthering careers, and building a home together.
I'm glad that at the end of the day, he has been saying more future forward things in regards to Selena, which any woman would like. You know, that's not even just a Selena thing. I just wonder if it's real. I question that it's real. In her vows, she commends him for his growth, but is sure to remind him that he could have done a hell of a lot better, which he could have.
I find you hot and cold, warm one day and then distant the next, and continuously wondering where I stand with you and whether you really care about me.
She ends by saying, regardless of all the ups and downs, she's enjoyed the ride and wants to continue riding it.
We're gonna buy a house, we're gonna go traveling, and then we're gonna have like 10 babies.
So, I mean, like I said in the last video, I always am like, listen, all the best. I hope it works out for y'all, right? In this case, I think the only way I could see it work is if Cody almost has like an out-of-body experience when dealing with Selena. He truly has to embody a more affectionate, a more emotional, somebody who's expressive. Like, he really has to embody those things in order to make it work with her specifically, or they're going to be where they were week 1, where she's even questioning if he likes her at all, right? So, all the best. Not that hopeful. So we actually ended with Dominica and Jack, but I want to talk about them now because Ella and Mitch, hot ass mess. So with Dominica and Jack, Dom meets up with her friends. And what's really crippling her about this current situation is that in her last relationship, there was so much self-doubt and she followed through with a marriage knowing that it wasn't going to work out, which ended in divorce. And she just doesn't want those same issues to come up again.
You don't want to waste time.
And I don't want to waste time, and so there's just so much to consider here.
I think that's what you're scared of, that it's just going to be history repeating itself.
Yeah.
Listen, if there's anybody to bet on, especially with this pick of the litter, it would be Jack. Jack has been an upstanding husband, just a great person, a great friend to the other people in the process. He seems to have his life the most together out of the last people left in the process. Bet on Jack. Okay, bet on Jack. In their vows, Jack was straight to the point. He was like, listen, I've enjoyed this experiment. The ups and downs don't mean nothing to me. I'm here for you and only you, and I want to continue, right? Great, awesome. Dom was a little bit more like, okay, here are the potential issues that we could run into. I still want to pursue it, but, you know, just being cognizant of the the little pitfalls that we've had along the way.
I thought by this point in the experiment, my feelings would be much deeper than where they are right now. And I don't want to walk away from you leaving any stone unturned. You are a 1 in a million guy.
You guys have let me know in the comments that they are still together after they did have like a brief breakup or something like that, which I can understand. I definitely think that they have the most potential for a long-standing relationship, but that is contingent on Dominica giving, what's his name? Jack more of what he needs, you know, really being a partner to him and not being somebody who's here to receive everything that Jack has to offer. Because he has so much to offer. He's such a good lad, as y'all would say. He's such a good guy, and I want him to be appreciated the same amount that he appreciates his partner. So, yeah, this one I actually have faith in. Ella and Mitch. All right, let's buckle up. Let's sit down and talk about these two. So they wake up in different apartments because they're coming off of a heated conversation at the dinner party where she walked off in tears. And essentially, Ella's here saying she wants to clear the air. In clearing the air, she may have made things worse.
It feels like we're back at square one almost.
You're supposed to make me feel like secure within my issues, like around that.
Maybe if these are all the things that you want and that you need, maybe I'm just not the person to give that to you.
If you have to beg somebody to make you feel secure in the relationship, that's your cue to run. What else is there to stay for? And not only are you begging for him to make you feel secure in this relationship, Mitch is telling her at every opportunity that he gets, I'm not emotional. I'm not expressive. I'm not affectionate. I think relationships are volatile. I don't like titles. Long distance, not going to put in the effort. He is adamant on telling her all of the things that he's not going to do, all of the characteristics that all the characteristics that are not a part of him. And she's still like, well, you know, maybe I'll see it through. See what? Ella. Stella, Ella, Ola. Come on, babes. Like, what is going on? She refuses to listen. So when they're separated, Ella's talking to her parents about their relationship, and essentially it's the last few days that are putting the whole relationship into question.
We've had like the best time, like 95% of the entire experiment, and now it's like the future is not clear.
If a few bad days nullifies a whirlwind romance that you seem to claim that you had with this man, maybe that's your sign that it wasn't as amazing as you thought it was. These doomsday type of people really scare me. Like, it takes one bad situation to completely cancel out everything that we've been through, all the good times. And I'm like, girl. And I'm not even saying that she's saying that. It's more so that Mitch is saying that. Because even Mitch, when he was doing his little personal reflection, these last few days make me think that maybe I'm not the person for her. These last few days made you think that? Because we were thinking that from the beginning, all right? It's great that they started off so infatuated by each other, but the buck ended there. It was just infatuation. And now that it's at the point where you have to deal with real emotions, real relationship conversations, he's getting cold feet because that's not what he signed up for. He started the process saying he's very skeptical, doesn't believe in the experts, thinks this is all a hoax. And of course, he kind of like was blinded in the beginning because he was attracted to the woman. But at the end of the day, he never believed in the process. And it's showing here. In her vows, oh, poor sweet thing. In her vows, she said, she was surprised to learn that he was more intellectual than she first thought he would be, but emotionally, they're still incompatible, and she still wants to take the risk.
Having a disagreement during our relationship shouldn't mean end game or I'm done. You're not ready for the level of commitment that I'm searching for. I see potential in us and I'm willing to take the risk beyond this experiment and see where it could go.
He has told you this is not gonna work. You have admitted this probably is not gonna work, but you stayed. I don't get it. Is the dick that good? Is it, does he have a dingling of gold, babe? Is that what it is? Okay. Yeah, okay. In his vows, he says that she's amazing, but her insecurities ruined the relationship.
If I'm not ready for a relationship, then what do you think I've been doing here the entire time? And at the moment, I don't see this as a substantial relationship. What I need now is to go back to my life. It's only then that I'll be able to make a decision that could affect both of our lives.
He put her on hold, you guys. He put her on hold. He said, I need to go home, regroup, and decide if this is what I want to do. What were you doing this last week? You're supposed to be at home regrouping. He put her on hold. He put her on the shelf and was like, when I want to deal with you, I'll come back and deal with you. And the unfortunate thing is, I feel like Ella would be the type to sit and wait for an answer. Ladies and fellas, this applies to anybody, honestly, the non-binary, all of you, pay attention, all right? Don't be an option. Be a choice. Let a person choose you. They should say emphatically, I want you. I don't need time to think about it. I don't need to explore my options. I don't need to take a break and then come. No, either you're with me or you're not with me. And it's so sad to watch Ella's story because I feel like she came in being this self-assured woman, being this woman who's like, I've seen what I've gone through in the past and now I know what I'm looking for. And then to find something that emulates what she's been through in the past, and she falls susceptible to the same thing that she was going through in the past. Sorry. I'm feeling a little bit passionate here because I'm so tired of seeing women allow themselves to get played. Anyways, that's the end of my little rant, y'all. This reunion looks like it's going to be a little spicy. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be on Sunday. Until then, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.